Steve Mignoni here for Asseter Auctioneers and the Great Texas Mopar Horde Auction Event. This is item number 86, a 1967 Plymouth Fury I police car. How do you know it's a police car? Well, we add up the clues. First off, we have the fleet wheels. These are 15-inch wheels with the industrial center caps, which were used all the way back into the 1950s, but these are an iconic touch. When you see those, you're usually looking at a police car. We next look here at the Commando V8 logo on the front fender. Speaking of which, this is not exactly a pristine rust-free car. There's a fair amount of plastic filler here, probably to repair accident damage from some previous time. The magnet sticks here, but not so much there. So the Bondo is in this region here. But that said, let's pop the hood and see about that 383. The grille is nice, the bumper a little banged up, but again, here's the 383 logo on the hood. Now keep in mind, this is a Fury I, the lowest line of the Fury family. Of course, Fury I, Fury II, Fury III, Sport Fury, etc. So it's kind of unusual to have a 383 in a cheap car like this. But again, it is a police model. Here it is, the G-code 383 two-barrel. There's a two-barrel carburetor underneath that. That's an Oldsmobile air cleaner, which is probably off a Starfire. It's not right here, but that's okay. But there's a 383 right here, and the two-barrel carburetor underneath, heavy-duty 26-inch wide radiator in place, and this is cool. Here is the trim tag, PK41. K is the police code, 41 is the four-door post, so this is definitely a police car. And special order, look at that, how cool. This was originally a blue car, maybe a detective's car. Again, two-barrel 383, not the four-barrel or the 440 this could have had. But again, still a special piece. The magnet wants to stick down here, so although it's a little bit dented, it's not full of plastic. That's wonderful. And again, there's that industrial fleet wheel with the center cap. And the magnet sticks down low, that's great. Fury I, the bottom of the barrel, how neat. Here's the police light, the little wig-wag right there. And let's pop that door open. We'll trade places. And inside, there we have rubber floor mats. This is definitely fleet stuff right here. Too bad it's all ripped up. A little bit of rust in the floor. Yeah, some perforations right there. And that's classic. Rubber floor mats don't let the floor breathe. And yes, it tends to rust the floor, even in Texas. The dashboard is standard stuff. I don't see a certified speedometer. That's a 120 speedo, not the 150 you might imagine in a police car, but there it is. Automatic on the column, 727 torque flight. And let's continue our search as we make our way around. A little bit of rust, yeah, down low here, the rear quarter right there. But again, not a big deal. I'd rather see that than somebody's effort to hide it with putty. Will this door open? No, it doesn't want to open. Okay, the quarter panel looks solid and nice. Down here is good, although right there a little bit of crust. Let's see what's happening. Magnet wants to stick. So again, that's pure rust, as it were, not hidden, and that's what you want. I'd prefer that any day over Bondo and efforts to hide the rust. Inside the trunk, the bumper's nice, by the way. That's pretty good. There's no key. That's fine. Inside, here's that original blue paint pretty much everywhere inside of the car. Has the police spec trunk lamp. Here's one of the heavy-duty rims with the tangs for the center cap. Again, fleet order stuff. And underneath the trunk mat, we find the original blue paint. A little bit of rust, but again, this is usually flake. It's surface rust. There might be some holes, don't know, but this is hardly a rust buggy. It's a pretty solid piece as these things go in the year 2021. Quarter panels, pretty good. Again, the usual rust down here, as we saw on the other side as well. And there's that fleet wheel with the hubcap. First seen, I think, in 1954, that type of hubcap right there. Pretty neat. A little bit of rust down low, same as the other side. Inside, bench seat interior, of course. Seat covers in place. I would imagine that the original upholstery is a little bit shredded, but that's all right. On the roof, an antenna, standard stuff. There probably was a police radio, maybe a shortwave or whatever they are, CB, whatever it was they would use. And again, inside the rubber floor mat, that stuff is very hard to find. Some companies do offer reproductions, but yeah, here it is, a 1967 Plymouth Fury I police car. K code. This is item number 86. Bid accordingly.